Hey, good morning, everyone. Sarasota Tim coming to you from Boynton Beach, Florida, here in Palm Beach County on the east coast of Florida. It is 72 degrees, 7:36 a.m., and I'm heading over to UFit Gym after one day off yesterday to meet my buddy, my trainer friend, Travis. He is an animal, and we're going to work out our chest today. Oh, yeah. So today's video, I wanted to talk about minimalism. For those of you that are following my channel, you might know that I'm a minimalist, and you know, there might be certain levels of minimalism. I'm on the borderline of extreme, but I'm not like the most extremist. But I want to give you a couple of ideas that if you would like to become a minimalist, and I use that term in a way of like saving and cutting back and making more room for yourself in this new world with this new, you know, inflationary times, and to afford yourself more of a feeling of freedom and money, more money. So this first part might not sound much about the money, but to become a minimalist, what does that mean? Well, I mean, it means minimal things you own. You know, you don't carry around a lot of stuff. Let me speak to people right now that are living in a house. I don't care what size it is. And let's say you have a garage and you go out there. What do you see? You see an accumulation of cans and boxes and crap. As my one friend says, I have crap in the back of my truck. You see all this stuff that you haven't looked at, you haven't touched it, you don't use it, but you got it. There was a time you go, oh, I got this, and you put it up there, you use it once or twice, or you might even use it still on the rarest occasion, but it doesn't even really count. Get rid of it. I mean, don't let it overwhelm you. If you've got a big place with a lot of stuff, let's say you bought a 2,000 square foot home. Wouldn't you like to have 500 more square feet? Remember when you moved in before you put anything in it and it was all open? Well, that was too open. You made it more comfortable. You put your couch, your chair, your TV in there. And then over time, you've got it so cluttered with so many things on the counter, 15 candles, all these glass statues and crap in the garage. You can't get another shirt in your closet. The shoes you don't wear anymore, but you won't throw them away. All they're doing is creating odor and just sitting in there. Look, take one section, begin somewhere. Half the battle is to begin. Go out to your garage, go in your closet, start small. Put your hand on every single thing that isn't nailed to that wall or part of that house. That's stuff. I just put eye drops in and my eyes are watering. Put your hand on it and look at it and make the tough decision. Now, I know it's probably greater than 50% of the people. I'm not in love with anything. I will throw anything away. I don't care. And this is going to make somebody mad, but I don't even go to Goodwill. I mean, a lot of times they don't even want to take some things. I had somebody tell me the other day, they went there and they're like, whoa. Before you drop that off, let me see what you got. You know, Habitat for Humanity and Goodwill, they have like different regulations on what they let you dump on them. But yeah, if I have something that can help somebody, I take it. There's one right down the road for me. I got no problem with that. But junk, I'll look at it. I'm not using this. I don't need this. I don't want to move this. I don't want the weight in my camper. Now, if you live in an RV and you're watching me and you're a full-timer and you tow your camper around, get rid of that weight. I mean, you're only allowed a certain GVW. You can only carry so much weight and water and all these things in your clothing and dishes. I use paper plates and plastic things. Well, I stay where I'm at all the time, so I don't move it around. But I am cognizant of keeping, you know, one spatula or plastic cups. I don't want glass to break, and I don't want weight. You know, I don't like plastic silverware, but if I only got 4 forks and I only need 1, it's good to have 2. But I'll throw those away. I bought them for hardly anything. If I ever travel and pull that camper of mine, I'll start taking ounces out. I'm like these guys that hike that count the ounces in their backpack. So back to the topic. Throw away, get rid of, take to Goodwill things that you don't need that somebody else can use. You know, you can even put it on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, turn it into money. Lots of things you can sell readily quick and turn that into cash instead of just sitting over there in the corner. I don't know about clothing so much, but if you've got some tools or beach chairs or things that, you know, you got more than you need of them and you want to sell them, stick them on Craigslist, stick them on Facebook Marketplace and turn it into money. I do that all the time. And I just get rid of stuff. But if you want to become a minimalist, you got to get rid of things. You got to just purge. And that means making hard decisions. What I was going to say a minute ago, probably half the people watching are like, you know, they just want to hold on to stuff. And there's no reason for that. Just think about if your room in your living room, next time you are in there and you look around, the walls are closing in on you, versus if everything was gone except the TV, the chair, the remote, you know, a picture on the wall of your family or a nice picture, maybe some flowers over there, some decorative things, some select, make it like a model, you know, have everything have a use, either for visual or to put your feet on or sit in. Everything else needs to go, because then you'll have more room in your house, no matter what size square foot house you got. Enjoy it, you paid for it. So that's one tip on minimalism. And then we went over some things in a previous video where, you know, you really do need to cut out these things that you're paying for that you don't need. Subscriptions to streaming things. I mean, if you gotta have it, choose one. People, they end up adding Netflix and whatever they are called, and they pay $10, $15, and there's nothing worth watching on there. You know, if you want one, you know, have one. Don't pay so many. Those of you who have inquired on my last video about Visible Wireless, I made several videos. You got to go back a few, but if you ask me in the comments, or I can maybe post it and pin it as a comment, my share link to where you can save $20 on your first month, and I'll also get $20. Even though it's not doing me any good if you join today, I'm not saying that in a mean way. I've already got 12 maximum $20 benefits. I stay at a maximum of a year, but every month, you know, if someone joins, you know, that month comes off, I'm down to 11, I go back to 12. So yes, I want you to use my link, but save yourself $20. Get on Visible Wireless. Visible Wireless, my friends, is Verizon. You think Verizon's good? Yes, it's the best. It's Verizon. They just don't have stores. It's an app you download, you activate your phone. There's only one reason you can't get on Visible. Well, two. First, you look on your phone on the About and in the settings, and it'll say your IMEI number, or however they say it, and you put that in to check to make sure it's compatible. If you got an iPhone, you're golden. Some of the Androids might be a little issue. So check your phone to see if it's compatible. And the second reason, and the biggest reason for a lot of people that can't, is if you're making a device payment, you know, you went down and you're making payments on a phone, you didn't just buy it, it has to be paid off. So if you're down towards the end and you're making a $35, $40 device payment on your fancy phone, it might be worth paying it off, because what you're going to save difference on the cellular service will pay off what you're saving, you know, by not making those device payments, if that makes sense. And also, because it comes with a hotspot, you can even cancel your internet and use your phone. And if you have a spouse or a child in the family and there's a second phone in the house, you can only use the hotspot on one additional item. So if you're streaming it to watch your television, your smart TV, and somebody wants to get on the laptop or the desktop at home, you're going to have to disconnect one to go to the other. But, that's no big deal. Most people don't need more than one at a time. It used to be you could actually power up 7 devices with Visible with an iPhone. There was no limit almost. But they did cut that out. So with what you're going to save on the internet, with what you're going to save on the actual phone cost, $25 a month for unlimited talk, text, data, and this hotspot, and not making those device payments because you're saving on the other things, you can just use that money and make your one big balloon payment, go ahead and pay your phone off, have your phone paid off, and then begin saving. So do that. That's another minimalist move. Or cut that cable altogether, after you stream your TV with the apps that are on there. Every TV has apps. Just watch those things. There's movies. And so what, they're older. You're that bored, you got to sit in front of the TV and watch a movie, watch it. In fact, it's really better. All these old movies I've never seen. I'm into the kind of the Western genre, and there's no cursing. There's very few commercials, and it's really good stuff. There's good storylines there, and you can pick action, drama, romance. There's all kinds. But when you pay for cable, all you're going to get is you're basically paying for all that terrible news media. You're paying to have your brain brainwashed, and then all those shows that are on those cable shows like Housewives and all these things that they can't say some of the words on TV, even though it's cable. So they beep, beep, beep all the time. And you watch this drama. And if you spent that many hours focusing on positivity and thinking good thoughts, or out taking a walk, or purging your house from all that junk that you've got that you don't need anymore, and spent that time instead of sitting in a chair and burn a few calories and get rid of stuff, you're better off. Then, so change your routine. Become a minimalist. Become the next step towards minimalism. And then it becomes addictive. And then you'll start creating your own ways that you're like, you know what? I don't need this. I'm going to get rid of this. Maybe you're contemplating on finally selling that home. Maybe the homeowner's insurance and the property taxes are so darn high, you just want to go ahead and sell your home and rent, or buy a condo where you don't have to mow your grass and everything. A mobile home park. Maybe you want to be a full-time RVer like me. And you have to get rid of that stuff. You got to start somewhere. So just remember, I'm talking to all kinds of people out there, depending on your, situation. So minimalism is a great way to live a healthy life, that you don't carry around a bunch of stuff. You don't see it when you come home. Everything's nice and clean. You feel good. You know you did it, and you're keeping it up. And when you cut all those other things that you're paying for that were $10, $15, $20 that you think weren't that much, all of a sudden now are a couple of $100. You have more discretionary spending to save or to do something with. And here's another thing. When you buy clothing, when you get rid of those clothes in your closet you don't wear anymore, or they're too small or too big, and you take them to Goodwill, don't buy junk. Next time you buy a shirt, a pair of shorts, a pair of pants, make it something nice, something that you'll want to wear all the time, and it's good quality. Don't go out to Saks Fifth Avenue, but I buy stuff at Walmart, but I also buy things at Penny's. When I bought my get up for my gigs, I have these white shirts I have to wear. They gave me the vest and the bow tie, but they're not going to sell a nice shirt like that at Walmart. Buy something nice, a pair of slacks that you want to go to dinner occasionally, or you're going to go over and visit some friends, or you're just going to, it's that time of year you can wear some clothes. Unlike down here, you can't ever wear clothes. It's so hot. We live on the sun. But when you buy something, buy of good quality, and something that's not going to fade out, shrink, tear up. Something you'll be even looking smart when you go out to check your mail at the mailbox. You know, it might be a walking suit, a running suit. Buy yourself something nice. Don't buy like junk and have to buy like 10 things and you spent the same amount of money as one really nice thing. Go ahead and pull the trigger, get yourself something nice, and make your closet, you know, selective. You know, I wear this for that. I've got these many shirts every day. I've got these dry fits. They don't shrink. You know, they wash. They don't come out. They don't need to be ironed. You know, I go to the gym like every day, so I don't want to do laundry but once a week, so I have to have 4 or 5 of these. You know, don't have just one. So things like that, I'll get more creative, and I want to talk about Medicare on my next video. I have gleaned a lot of information because I'm studying it, because I have to get on it in a few months when I become 65. And there's only 3 ways. They're simple. I've got it simplified. But if you've already been on Medicare and you're older than 65, you know, if you're on the G plan is the same with anybody. There isn't one bit of difference. A G plan is a G plan is a G plan. The only difference is, I know that sounded weird, right? The price. You could be paying the old prices. It might be lower with a different company. Remember, they're all the same. They're regulated by the federal government. They have to be the same. If it's $20 or $50 or $70 less with a different company, it's going to be the same services. Don't just be, you know, let it automatically renew every year. And meanwhile, for the last 3 years, you've been paying $50 or $70 every month for the whole year, for 4 years now, an inflated price. Think how much money that is. You can put that in the bank. That could go towards your next cruise or vacation, something you're saving up for your retirement, something to live good quality life. Find ways to create these ways to live luxurious, like the people that don't even think about money because they got more money than they can spend in 10 lifetimes. We're not in that situation. I'm not. So I have to find ways to be able to experience those things that I also want to enjoy. It's not, you know, going to Dubai, but I do like cruising, and I haven't been on one in a while, and I'd like to take another one. I look for deals because they come out lower prices during the hurricane season here out of Florida, and all the ports are right here near me, so I don't have to fly in. So I've already got all these savings, plus a Florida resident gets a deal. If you're 55 or older, you get a deal. And so, anyway, without going on that there, I'll get into some of those things later. But anyway, I'm at the gym. We're going to go work out chest and crush it.